And we're back, coming to you live from Cologne, Germany, the ESL studios. We are here on the final day of the RaidCall EMS 1 Counter-Strike. And it's all about picking up this tasty bad boy. And it's all about, realistically, the two people that have joined me to talk about the two teams that are up to doing this. Thank you again for joining me, WarClown. It is always a pleasure. And Pansy, lovely as ever.
I got the sandwich made, so I'm feeling a lot better now.
Let's talk through these teams. let's start at the beginning, and let's have a look at how these teams have basically traveled through to what is going to be, I would say, based on the matches this morning and this afternoon already, a pretty epic matchup. So we can see over there, obviously, Fnatic took on first Imaginary, and then they went up against Absolute Legends that were kind of a bit of a dark horse in the competition. That, you know, they did really well. In my opinion, they really took it to them this morning. It really went down to the wire. I mean, we had that great overtime. And now, in the final, up against a team that, to be fair, has dominated straight through with straight sets of 2-0, 2-0 to get here. What does that bode for the finals, guys?
I feel for Fnatic initially. After the kind of upset that almost happened, they were really shaken. But then again, you can take from it that they may go in a little bit better prepared this time, not take it so lightly. And well, it was a rude awakening, really, that they weren't necessarily prepared.
Do you think that was the issue? That it was just not being prepared, taking it a little bit too lightly? That's kind of what crept up on them in that game.
To take nothing away from Absolute Legends, Fnatic should have always won that. As close as it may have been. On paper they should have. So yeah, I think it was a little bit of fault on kind of both behalves. Yes, Absolute Legends played incredibly well, but Fnatic should never have let it get that close. So yeah, it pretty much was them kind of being a little bit hap-handed with the start of it, and then obviously the rude awakening on the second map, and had to kind of pick up on the third. But
by that, could that awakening be maybe, you know, the kick in the butt they need going into
That could be the big threat here, because if they've kind of had that moment already, you know, these guys have probably been practicing, talking it out, talking through what went wrong, what happened on the maps. They've been able to see NiP play now. Yeah. So they know what they're going in for, and they know what they're coming up against. So Fnatic now have everything they need to kind of challenge NiP. Well, so it's going to be curious to see how it comes out. Let's have a
look at the Fnatic team, and we can talk through how the guys have been kind of doing so far. Obviously, you know, Modi did well, and I mean, great guy. Got a lot of faith. And what do you guys think they need to be doing together as a team to pull this one out?
All right, so basically they just need to keep their composure and keep playing with confidence, because going up against a team like NiP, you're not going to feel overly confident, are you? These are the guys who have broken every record set ever in Counter-Strike, either franchise, either iteration of it. So I mean, they just need to focus on the game and don't think about who their opponents are. Just play the way they've practiced, play the way they want to, and obviously, they will have a lot of respect for NiP, but they kind of need to go into each duel without having that kind of respect. They won't
Well, that's interesting, because we're in the post-game wrap before we spoke to MBK, and he said, look, you know, they're just, you know, it's just basically pixels I'm looking at. It's just another. Yeah. But do you think you can really lock that out? Because I mean, you know, they went into that basically 11-0 facing Ninjas in Pajamas. Fnatic's got to know what they're up against, and I mean, how do you think that's playing on them?
Back when I used to actually play on a competitive level,
Was that as long ago as Paul?
No, no.
You weren't born yet, were you?
I don't think I was, but
sorry, Paul. I genuinely love you.
Back on topic.
Paul is not happy now.
I didn't even start insulting him that time. But no, it's all very good and well to say no. I don't ever take into account who I'm playing. They're just pixels. You know who you're up against, and sometimes getting over the tag itself of NiP against you, or whoever it may be, is the biggest factor in it, and kind of having to overcome that is huge. It's a mental game that they have to face, that they could play any team who can execute around as well as NiP, but because it's NiP, you already have that kind of bit in the back of your mind going, we're already on the back foot here. So if they get over that, if they come in with a fresh mind and they're going, okay, well, you know, they got pretty close game there against Very Games at points, so it could be interesting.
Speaking about NiP, let's have a look at the team sheet. We can go through and really break down what's been their success throughout. I mean, yes, you say that they've dominated, they're strong. Where does that lie? I mean, obviously, I've had a couple of chats with Get Right. Seems like a nice guy, super calm, really has his game face on before, he's focused. Is that just the difference, that these guys are just a well-oiled machine, working well together? How do you see that?
It's a mixture with the team chemistry, the way this team works as a unit. Also, looking over the lineup, every player on that team, well, except some of the source Source players have been to every major event ever in CS. They don't really feel the pressure anymore in the same sense that a lot of the players on Fnatic have.
So you're saying there, I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that big game exposure that they've had is really what's giving them the advantage, because for them it's just another day at the office almost, as opposed to their, coming in and maybe feeling the pressure of, there's 35,000 on the line here, this is an inaugural tournament, it's a name on the, that step. Do you think that plays a role for them?
It plays a huge role, and what I would like to point out as well is, considering the matchup we've got in front of us now, by NiP not winning that last event last weekend, it probably hasn't affected them at all. But hopefully what it would do to a team like Fnatic is like, all right, so they're beatable. For once we see NiP being beaten.
That chink in the armor that we spoke about yesterday.
What she was talking about now as well, I mean, that should be kind of something that will help you get over the initial fear of playing against such a good team. Hopefully.
It promises to be an absolutely phenomenal one. I'm excited to get this underway. Do you guys want to predictions?
Go on.
I think NiP will take it on both maps. I think they came here at the start and they said that they had a lot to prove, to say that, yeah, we had one off game. We lost a game before at a previous event, but we're certainly world champions still. And I think they're going to show that today. I think they've shown it already in the game they just played. It got close at points, but once again, they brought it back from a phenomenally hard moment within that, and they showed the class that they can bring. So
now, one element that I had actually thought about asking, we never touched on it very quickly before the people start talking in my ear and saying we're moving to the next one. The fact that they played last in the last game and are now coming into this, do you think that'll have an effect that they're either warm still, they're still their game's on, that the Fnatic's had a bit of time to maybe cool down, to chill? How do you see that maybe playing in?
You don't want to go in too cold to a game like this. That's one bonus to these studios being incredibly good, is the fact we have the warm-up PCs.
Keeping themselves warm,
and that is huge. Having, obviously the tactics are a massive element within CS, but the aim has to be spot on. And coming up against NiP, who will not miss shots, they will hit them no matter what's in front of them, and it can be literally down to those seconds.
You may only get that one chance. You've got to take it.
That is what it can come down to, that can define a whole round. So hopefully NiP are a little bit warmed up off the back of that last game, so hopefully they're not too tired, which would be the only issue, but I don't think they will be. They're a veteran to this kind of event. Shouldn't be a massive effect. Whereas Fnatic, they need to get back and kind of warmed up. They need to get comfortable, so they might take a little bit longer than usual to get ready to go.
All right, so your prediction is 2-0 then for NiP. All right.
And for you, mate?
Well, I want to say, obviously everyone would want to say 2-0 because it's kind of given.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I'm not going to say who's going to win, but we're going to see 3 maps.
That's my hope. I really hope, and I'm hoping for the guys at home watching, 3 maps is the way to go. I really want Fnatic to do well. I'd love to see, I'm always a big fan of, let's say the underdogs coming back. It's just who I like. So I'm just hoping for an absolutely phenomenal game, and I think we're going to have that. And of course, it's all about this, but it's also all about you guys watching at home. And it's important that when you guys are here, you feel that you're connected to us. And one of the ways that you can do that is you can get involved on the RaidCall channel, 1997, the year that the ESL was founded. You can also get involved with us on Twitter and, of course, in the Twitch chat. But the person that we'll be speaking to there is none other than the absolutely lovely Melly. So right now, over to Melly, who, by the way, did a pretty phenomenal job up against the old Paul. And that was really an entertaining game. So thank you very much, Melly, and over to you. We'll see you in a second.
Thank you very much, Sean. It was a piece of work gaming with this kind of equipment and with those settings. It was terrifying to play that game and under these circumstances, really. So I'm here with Nicholas, and we wanted to have a quick look through the social media pictures. We need a microphone. Thank you very much. And they're pretty awesome pictures.
I've seen a couple of them so far, but it's going to be even more fun to see some more. Some
of them, yeah. We've got really loads of mascots NiP relating. Yeah. So maybe you will see some pretty mascots, which could be your next, maybe.
Why not? Why not? Everything is possible.
We've got big talents out there, and let's have a quick look on those mascots.
You also have the names of the artists?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Everything is on Facebook. Facebook never forgets. So, this one is pretty cool.
Yeah,
riding a bicycle.
Awesome.
And this is also pretty funny.
With a shuriken and everything.
Here's one hand-drawn, a ninja, a pretty cool bad guy ninja, so...
Yeah, looks like a thief ninja.
A thief ninja. A mix
With
of
animal
Assassin's Creed.
feet.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about this one.
It's kind of hard. Like a robot body. Is that supposed to be ammo?
With a coffee tank, and I don't know. I think this is coffee, and this is energy drink. I don't know. It seems like a calculator, maybe calculating the money count.
Yeah, that's
for the money
very
management.
good imagination,
yeah.
at least.
This one is.
Oh man, that's a real picture. I know that. I took that personally 2 weeks back.
Okay.
I've never seen him so tanned before. Chris,
Here in the next one.
they're kind of different.
Yeah, we have. This is
Oh yeah,
great.
this is my personal favorite.
This is
is also a real picture I can add. Yeah, it's Robin. This I have to mention before you switch this picture. If you look at the Robin, come in here and show that you look like this for real. This one is kind of funny because we know the artist is actually a friend of ours. It's called Hellblinde. I don't know, is he in Japan? Yeah, here. You all can see that it's exactly the same.
Great. This one is.
Forestality.
So
That one was not real.
that one
the
was
last
not.
one, no.
So they was shot.
That's not real.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Thank you very much. Keep participating. We've got awesome stuff for you provided directly by the teams, and keep on chatting in the Twitch chat. It's always fun to see you texting and chatting with me. Go follow our Facebook page, facebook.com/RaidCallEMS1, and on Twitter @RaidCallEMS1. And yeah, I think somebody's waiting for me, so I will hand over to the pre-match interview of the great finals.
Thank you so much, Melly. I am, of course, here standing with the two team captains about to do battle for this, the final of the EMS1 raid call. Here we are. Andreas, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm in the final, so it's great.
That's the right attitude. What's your plan? Obviously, what you can tell me.
Trying to beat them, that's the plan. It's gonna be hard, so yeah, let's see what's happened.
Did you watch the last game?
Of course I did. It was really like they really crushed them on the Inferno, and then I think VG just gave them the dust too. Basically, they lost a lot of clutch rounds. So, but NiP play good, of course. They're a good team. They know what to do in all situations. So, all credits to them.
Excellent. And of course, get right. You don't look as angry at me as last time when I rushed you in here. How are you feeling?
I'm just good. Nothing else.
And the 2-0's coming into this, how's that making you feel?
Good, but this is going to be a tougher game, I guess. Very games, like Muddy said, threw away Dust 2 there, so... But we will be ready for anything right now, because we're going to play Dust 2 again here against Fnatic, and they're pretty strong on it.
Ready for anything. The game is ready. We're ready. Gentlemen, I'd ask you to shake each other's hands. The best of luck to you both. Oh, this is the best. I think they're just going to settle it like this. That was a combination of a hug and a dance and everything. It was absolutely phenomenal, and I think it sums up what is an absolutely great tournament, and it's going to be an absolutely great final. So stick around. It's going to be great, and I'm going to pass you over now to two men that are going to take you through this epic, epic final, and that is my good friend Paul and my good friend War Clown. Guys, over to you. Take it away.
Yes, thank you very much. Welcome to the RaidCall EMS1 Spring Cup Grand Finals. This all started back in February with Cup number 1, won by default in the end by Faculty. NiP lost in that one. They won Cup 2, they came through it. Fnatic joined us in Cup 3 and won Cup 3. And now we have the last two teams standing in the RaidCall EMS1 season, the first of 4 this year, where we're giving away $156,000. $35,000 up for grabs on this particular LAN tournament, $12,000 for first place. Simon, the two teams are pretty much as we expected they would be when we looked at the draw and the way that it would come out. it looked like it was going to be Fnatic and NiP, and it's turned out that way, but they've both had very different roads to the final.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic really had a tough time during that semi-final, which was pretty much surprising to anyone at home, I think, as well. But it made up for a good game for us to watch it as well. NiP, though, didn't really struggle to get here, and you wouldn't really expect them to either. But Very Games, I can't help but feel that NiP are feeling quite good in this grand final, because obviously the toughest opponents would have been Very Games.
Yeah. I mean, you probably heard, if you were with us earlier, Khan joined us, and he said that he felt that his team were the underdogs, and so I didn't even have to say anything. He actually said that himself.
Right.
So that's fair enough. And as underdogs, I think it's pretty much like we had earlier on with Absolute Legends. They were the underdogs.
Yeah.
They put up a fantastic fight. So there's no reason why Fnatic can't do that. They have met once before. It was on Mirage. It was a 16-14 finishing scoreline for NiP. That was at the SLTV Star Series 5. So not a huge amount of history between the two teams, although they'll both know each other very well from obviously 1.6 days. And Khan certainly knows Exist and Forest. And Get Right, that's for sure. So I don't know how much of an influence he can be. I mean, I've been a manager, I've stood behind you, funnily enough, in a team, and I'm not entirely sure I was all that much. I don't know if I was any good at all, to be honest, because I think once you guys are in the game, you're kind of locked in there, and there's so much focus, isn't there? And it's the same for Khan in a way. I don't know. I mean, he said that he tries to calm them down, and that's great. But I wonder how much influence he has.
Well, there's a difference between, for instance, when you were managing us, because we didn't have these.
Hold on. Right. We've got the knife round, so let's go into the knife round with Trace slicing through Freiburg, and Stinger comes in with a knife kill, and the last man left is Forest. This isn't really a rap song, it's more like crappy singing, but Forest has sliced his way through another victim.
All right.
Oh my dear lord.
I am disappointed, but I'll tell you this much,
I was
Paul.
supposed to rap, and I forgot.
The next knife round, you need to rap, because you kind of made me feel bad with that beatboxing. That didn't really fit well.
I apologise to the 20,000 people that were tuned in that just had their ears blown off their side of their heads by my awful singing. But I did promise I would do a singing knife round, and I forgot to tell Simon that we were doing the singing one, and he beatboxed anyway. That was good beatboxing, dude. I like that.
Okay, thank you. Well, you kind of told me earlier that it was going to be rapping.
I know, and I forgot.
All right,
I'm
okay.
old.
Okay.
And I've played a competitive 1v1 today, and I'm now stressed.
Have you played?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, I played Millie earlier.
Really?
9 dude won.
She won?
Smashed heads.
Really?
No, I did. Come on, dude, get with the program.
All right, so we're just waiting for the teams there to ready up. As we can see, NiP are ready already. That sounds good. All right, so just waiting for Fnatic. And do you want to do some sort of predictions here, Paul?
I think we have to, as long as there's no nudity involved.
There's no nudity at all.
Good. First final I've casted with you since Copenhagen Games last year, where and faculty forced me to shake the hand that touched a certain part of your anatomy. So I'm not doing that again. Instead, we're going to go live for the grand final for the RaidCall EMS 1 finals in spring 2013. $12,000 up for grabs for the first place. We are live in the pistol round for mat number 1 on Dust 2. It's Fnatic versus Ninjas in Pyjamas. Did you expect it to be anything else? As Exist somehow picks up the first kill of the round. He's already pushed low into B tunnels here, and it's an all Scandi affair. The Scandis really are on form. They're so on form, we even got one as a commentator this weekend. Trace picking up a frag on Exist. That was the revenge frag. Actually, Freiburg only has 6 points of health a bit. They look like they're going to try and push long A. He had to back away from a flash long. And now at a 4 versus 4 now. They're at the crossover. Tricky point to get across right now, but not if you've got Forest intact. He's picked up 2 big frags, and another one comes in. He's picked up 4 in the round. Fantastic from Forest. And Ninjas in Pyjamas start as they mean to go on by the opening pistol round win.
Oh, that was. I thought that was a well played out pistol round by Fnatic, but in the end, when you got a clutch player like Forrest, then it's going to be hard to do anything, isn't it?
What was the decoy?
It's beyond my understanding of the game and yours, unfortunately.
Let's just go and have a look. Throw it.
Yeah, down there. There we go.
Look.
This is
not even
hardcore
part
tactics
of the map. Okay, so 1-0. Guns, of course, for the Swedes. And Forest going to lead the line here. They've got 2 at long A. They've actually stacked A with 3. At least 3 I can see now on long 8. They might get 4 here. Forest starting things off. Oh, Plaid got in the way a little bit there, but it doesn't matter. He's picked up 2 in a row. Gets nailed by Stinger, though. And it's now a 3 versus 2. Expensive little round, this one. And Fnatic causing a little bit of grief. Fiflauren's got himself an extra grenade. And that'll be finished off actually by Get Right on the other side of the map. So nevertheless, expensive little round. Fnatic causing a couple of kills, but it's 2-0.
Well, it wasn't that bad, hopefully, for NiP, because one of the players of NiP just eco with a Glock, so they lost 1 weapon. But I mean, you don't really want to lose weapons against an eco, so in some sense, it was an expensive round for them. And
There's some problems with gun exchanges going on in Spawn for a moment. Get Right's like, where's my weapon? Have you dropped one? Where is it? Finally gets himself an AK.
He looks
needed it as well. And he's doing his Lone Ranger thing in B right now, whereas his teammates, as you can see, all 4 of them over here, including Freiberg down there, sorry about that. He's all moved over towards A. Get Right now trying to move towards that middle doors area, and will probably pop himself up on A right now. And look at Fnatic, look, all 5 stacked on the other side of the site. So NiP, easy entry into the bomb site. Bomb planted from Forest. Are we going to get one of those weird rounds where there's no kills on either side? That would be amazing.
I highly doubt it.
I've only ever seen that happen once, where all 5 decided to save.
Well, considering they only got pistols, they're probably going to go for a couple of kills.
Single shot from Forest is enough to take the head off of Trace. That was ridiculous right then, and Freiberg picks up the last one. So nice straightforward, a couple of eco rounds for Ninjas in Pyjamas. The clap that you heard is from Fnatic, because they now have weapons. And we're going to start off with Freese, who's going to go head-to-head here with Fiflauren. And earlier on, I jested a little bit. Khan said, yeah, Freese is a much better AWPer than Forest. If he'd said that a few years ago, I'd have been a bit worried.
All right, but in fact, he is going to utilize that over towards long, it seems, Paul.
Yeah, he is, and Fiflauren's now going to make his way towards long as well. And, oh, hang on. I've lost Freese for a moment, sorry, there we are. Yeah, so he's AWPing on short. Fiflauren's come back to mid, so that's not going to be a head-to-head just yet. But it'll be interesting to see how that one works out. Get out of the way, says Fiflauren, with his muscles. Barges his way through into lower B. Teammate alongside him is Get Right. Are they going to try and hit this bomb site right now? The other 3, well, Freiberg's already broken through mid-doors, but has got a face full of flashes, but does manage to pick up the frag on Trace. So here comes the push. 2 men in towards this bomb site right now. Fiflauren with AWP in hand. There's a man just to the left-hand side of him, and I don't think either of them have checked that spot just yet. No, they haven't. He's going to get fired down here by Modi. Brilliant positioning from him. Zip picks up 1, picks up 2. Stunning little couple of kills from Zip, who picks up Freiberg through the door, and it's now a 2 versus 2. Freese and Zip versus Forest and Get Right. Don't like this one. Bomb planted in the B bomb site right now. Freese and Zip then pressure switches back to them. And Freese picks up the first one. Can't get the second one now. Zip him from behind. 1 versus 1. Zip versus Forest. Chipping away, but it's Forest that wins that particular battle. And Ninjas in Pyjamas win the round. 4-0 and pick themselves up a nice cheap AWP as well.
Nice split coming in from NiP there, splitting out onto B with Freiberg leading the charge through middle, picking up 2 kills straight off the bat, and just had 1 CT remaining on that in the bomb side. That was Modi. He picked up 1 kill, but in the end he got swarmed, and it looks like NiP are heading over towards B once again.
Yeah, it does. Look at that, 4 men. Forrest was trying to stay back to get the pick with AWP, having won it in the last round. Look at them already going in towards the bomb site right now. And nothing doing, because Fnatic have gone the other side. They've perfectly read this twice in a row now on ecos. And Exist now, look, he's kind of confused. Well, where the heck are they? What are they doing? Well, what they're doing right now is rotating back towards this site. They're going to try and give this a go. And I don't know if they're going to get anywhere near them right now. In fact, Fifth Lauren has picked up the first one and got himself... No, actually did only get one out of that. Get Right got two. And last man alive will be Zip here in CT Spawn. And he's picked off by Exist. So another eco in the bag. Another round on the board. And no response so far from the Scandi collective of Fnatic.
Oh, that's the second eco where Fnatic decides to stack one of the bomb sites with all of their players, and they kind of unlucky not getting one of those stacks right. So yeah, I got what you mean. Ninjas in pajamas pushing into bomb site and not finding any CTs. You feel a little bit confused by that, I would imagine.
We have got AWP in the hand of Freeze this time round. Exchange of fire gets rid of Modi and Get Right, so we're evened up again. Exist now giving his team the lead. He's in lower B tunnels just now as well. So 4 versus 3. Trace only on 18 points of health means that they have a numerical advantage as well as a health advantage. Minute remaining in round 6. All going swimmingly well so far if you're a Swede who is supporting Ninjas in Pajamas. They do have a Swede, of course, in the Fnatic side as well, in the form of Modi. You can see Get Right now is just having to watch this round from the sidelines as they try and make their way in towards this B bomb site. There aren't any Fnatic players in there again. Really strange how Ninjas in Pajamas have picked exactly the right spot, 3 rounds out of 3 to try and attack, but they're taking this one a little bit more slowly. 35 seconds remaining now. Smoke deployed at the doors. Fifth Lauren's going to get the bomb planted while his teammates cover him. And pressure is going to switch right back over to Fnatic, who don't look right now as if they've got any designs on going back towards B. In fact, Trace here looks like he's just going to try and save a weapon. Indeed, they are going to save weapons. They've got an AWP and 2 M4, so I guess, that's probably the right choice, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, considering the HP on both Trace and Freeze, that's just going to be a waste for them. Also, considering Freeze has that AWP, he does not want to lose out that one, because now they will be down 6-0 after this round, and they really need these weapons to try to get back into the game. And it's not like they've gathered up a lot of money here either, considering they've just lost rounds now.
Freiberg just getting rid of Trace at the end of the round. So they end up with 1 man remaining, which was Freeze with an AWP. They do have enough to buy up. It's not a completely full buy, but they do have enough weapons to cope. Now, let's see. Looks like Fifth Lauren's going to try and AWP through the door here. Oh, and lands a headshot on Trace through the smoke. Perfectly timed. He had no idea he was there, but it's all about timing, Simon.
It is. After playing for 10 years, you kind of get used to the timings. Well played by him.
So, 2 down, 3 to find. Bomb planted. Ninjas in Pajamas completely and utterly in control right now. Oh, look at this. Forest just rotates through CT Spawn and picks off Zip and Freeze. And Stinger now the last man alive with a Famous, and is going to pick up the kill actually in that T-Spawn. Might get himself a second here on Get Right. No, that's not happening. 7-0, and well, perfect so far from NiP.
I will have to say, though, that Fnatic has been looking really weak on Dust 2 throughout the entire tournament. So I've basically no idea why they didn't decide to eliminate it, because I'm interested to see which maps they decide to eliminate, because if they're worse on those maps than Dust 2, then they really need to start practicing, Paul.
Couldn't agree with you more. Fifth Lauren might need to be practicing shots at the doors on A as well right now, because
as you say
and then
that.
you say that commentator's curse works in the reverse way that time, as he picks up a really nice shot on the 3rd attempt. He's now going to have to go head to head. Brilliant. Pulls out the pistol at exactly the right time and picks up the headshot on Freeze, and Get Right will finish the last one off. So 8-0. Assessment so far?
Assessment, Fnatic needs to start considering either practicing Dust 2 or need to start eliminating it, because I haven't seen them putting up much resistance to any of the teams here at the tournament when they've been playing Dust 2. And I know NiP going up against the underdogs and also on their kind of worst map, they're just rolling through Fnatic right now. Hopefully we'll see one of the maps being Mirage. Do you have the overview of the maps, Paul, for the grand final?
I don't actually. They haven't handed that to me. Maybe
all right, so that's exciting.
From the production crew, because I actually wasn't given the maps. It's unlike our League Ops team, actually, because they've been very good this weekend and have given us everything we've needed, but not this particular time. Here we go with Get Right then, in round number 9, trying to make his way in towards the B-bomb site. Immediately blasts through. Does he get the frag? We're both blind right now. He does get one, couldn't get the second, though. Zip picks up the reply. Trace got one in there as well. Now Forest, oh, he gets down by Trace. Now a chance for Fnatic here. 4 versus 2. Fiflaren is low on health. Trace come up with 3 big kills in this game already, and a chance for a 4th here as he's flashed inside the bomb site. Will he get the 4th? Yes, he will! And Trace steps up to the plate, and Fnatic finally get themselves around.
Yeah, we've been talking about Trace a lot throughout the tournament. He's been the player that pretty much picks up all the impossible rounds for Fnatic. He always turns it around, picks up 4 kills, not a problem at all. Trace has been consistent throughout the tournament, and without Trace, Fnatic, I don't see Fnatic being in the grand final. Nice little pick up by Fiflaren though.
Yep, early pick by the man with the AWP. Having a good start to this game. I'll give you the score in a minute. 8-1. And this looks like it might well be 9-1. Forest already picking himself up. 2 on short. Will blast down here and pick himself up a 3rd. Well, no, he won't actually. He'll be dropped by Trace in midair. That grenade is going to destroy Molly. No, it went over the top of his head. How on earth did that not kill him? He only had 1 point of health. But it doesn't matter. Exist does kick the kill. And it will be a mixture of Forest and Fiflaren to pick up the kill on Trace. So 9-1 right now, scoreboard-wise. Forest 14 for 4. Freiberg 8 for 2. Get Right 10 for 3. Fiflaren 8 for 2. And Exist 6 for 4. Yeah, pretty evenly spread overall, but Forest leading the way. On the other side, Trace with 7, but then Zip 3, Stinger 3, Modi 1, Freeze 1. Not good enough.
No, Trace is pretty much doing all the heavy lifting here for Fnatic, and all the players of Fnatic needs to step it up right away.
Yep. 2 of them disposed at long 8. There'll be another one here.
Whoa.
Lovely. Perfect little headshot from Exist. Another one from Get Right. And that'll just leave Modi right now, and he'll be down by Get Right too. So, 10-1.
Interesting
Easy.
game thus far, yeah.
Easy.
Easy. Well, I mean, NiP, they're just doing everything right. They know how to play Dust 2, and having that mindset as well, that you're going up against the underdogs on their least favorable map, I mean, they got to be feeling really comfortable right about now, Paul.
Well, I don't think they can feel anything else, can they? They are in complete control. Strats are working every time. They're getting the right sides every time. As Freaks has actually got himself an aggressive short kill on Forest with AWP. We haven't really seen the battle of the AWPers just yet. It's been pretty much all about Fiflaren. I think that's only the 2nd kill I've seen from Freeze with AWP in 11 rounds. Freiberg now getting himself a kill. Fiflaren coming back over towards the B-bomb site. They've got Modi up above. Now he drops down just in time for Fiflaren to pick up the frag, but there are 3 versus 2 now. Make that a 3 versus 1. And now it's all down to Exist here. He's got himself 1 of the 3, but has only got 34 points of health. So if Stinger and Freeze play this one well, and make sure they cover either side, 1 into the B-bomb site, 1 the other side, they should be okay. Now, what's Exist going to do here? He's going to go for the safe plants. The only option he had, actually, it flushed out Freeze, but wasn't quick enough to turn around and get the kill. And Fnatic will put their 2nd round on the board, but it's slim pickings right now.
It is indeed, and I was about to say that was a wise decision, just trying to go for the plant to secure more money for your team. But looking over the scoreboard, when they spawned, every single player had about 16k, so it's not like NiP is hurting right now economically.
Plenty of cash in the bank for being good terrorists. Planting plenty of bombs, getting lots of heads. And 10-2 the scoreline right now. Fiflaren didn't manage to pick up the pink this time, so they've got less options. It's still a 5v5, but look at them stacked on 8 short here. Flash goes in, and it'll be Freiberg. Oh, Freiberg actually gets a face full of grenade, but somehow only loses 2 health. I've never figured the grenades out in CSGO, I really haven't. Sometimes they land right next to you and you lose 2 health.
Yeah.
Sometimes they land about 4 foot away and you lose like 60. It's bizarre. Like that one. Big grenade comes landing down, nothing. What the heck?
Trace being taken out, though, that's going to be huge for Fnatic. I mean,
does give them the advantage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it does look like we will get this A push any moment now. We are completely blind. Freiburg now will just rotate back round, pick up the frag on Freeze, and now Zip is the one at the long A, who will get a double at the bottom of A, and it's now a 3 versus 3. So well played to Zip, but he's got a lot of work still to do because they've got that bomb planted. And now they've got work to do now. Zip, can he pick up another one? Yes, he can. 3 from him in the round. And Fiflaren now on Forest, trying to guard at long A. Fiflaren with the first one, will pick up the kill. And now it's 1 versus 1. Oh, that's brilliant from Fiflaren. That is absolutely brilliant. Had lost his teammate, and finally, in a 1v2, Fiflaren steps up with the AWP.
Yeah, shutting down all his critics. There's a lot of criticism towards Fiflaren.
I've given him plenty of grief over the last few months as well. And, even today, I thought his clutch play was poor, but that was brilliant.
And once again, Fiflaren comes out on top. He pretty much tags Moddy down to 23 HP, doing a fantastic job with that AWP. And I mean, Freeze needs to step it up. He's been missing a lot of easy shots with the AWP throughout the tournament, at least today. And Fnatic really missed their skilled AWPer. They need him at least on Dust 2.
Like we might have a rotation here. 2 of them making their way towards. Well, that's a bit weird. What? Did Fiflaren drop the AWP? What? No, he didn't. Okay, maybe they have just so much money they were able to buy 2 AWPs anyway and then throw it away and spawn after Forest tried a pick. But I must have missed that earlier in the round, so I don't know. That was weird. 11-2 right now, into the last minute of round number 14. And flash into the corner. Isn't the man there this time round? It's a fake though. They're not going to push this way. 45 seconds remaining. Forest is now going to go all the way back through T-spawn. Meanwhile, they've got 3 men in mid who are going to get nailed by Zip, who's got himself 2 very cheeky kills in mid. He gets disposed of finally by GetRight. But now they're running out of time here. Got to make a decision on a bomb site. Looks like it might be A this time round. GetRight with the bomb in hand. We've got Fiflaren and Forest still with him as well. And that A bomb site is actually covered by 3 players right now from Fnatic. The first one gets down, second one gets disposed of, and look at this, GetRight already picked himself up 3, and Fiflaren steals away the last one. But ninjas in pajamas are ninjas in complete control.
Indeed, and Fnatic here for the last round don't really have a lot of money on them. Freeze only got 3,400, so we're not going to see an AWP on Freeze. In fact, he's gone for that FAMAS, and it's not really a lot of armor on that team right now, Paul.
No, look at this. The auto snipers are out, by the way.
Yeah, I
Forest, GetRight, Freiburg. Yeah, they do this occasionally. It's all for fun, right? No kills this time
for
round.
that much money, they got 29 damage off of Moddy, so
yeah, it was well
solid
worthwhile.
investment.
Yeah, solid investment. What, is he just going to? No, I didn't think he was going to hold on to it for much longer. Finally gets rid of it. I don't know. It is a crazy weapon. It really is. I hate it on pubs as well. You always get some idiot playing DM with it.
Yeah, and he's fantastic at it as well.
No, he's like, what are you doing? Don't understand. Makes no sense. Drives me mad. Particularly on French servers. I'm not saying anything about the French, but French servers do seem to have a lot of auto snipers for some reason. Not saying a word. Freiburg then picks up the kill on Trace. And he gets a second on Stinger right now, so he's having a nice little round here. Exist trying to pick up one. Oh, double from Freeze has come back. So this round isn't just done yet. Freeze with 2, Zip and Freeze both with very low health right now. Exist just walked away out of that. Does have a teammate for company, but he's a little way away from him right now, but he's going to call it, come B, and GetRight might just fill his pants here. Look at this, look, 2 going to walk straight into his crosshair, and he's not going to get either of them. What the heck is going on right now? Now Exist into the bomb site with a flash going off. Less than 15 seconds. They played this one for a bit of fun, but I tell you what, if they play it any less than this, they're going to lose the round. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, got a plant now, and into the bomb site they go. Freeze is going to throw a grenade right over the top, and it is going to take a little bit of damage off. Now, a chance for Zip to finish things off, and Fnatic will win the round. Silly, really, from NiP, but you know what? Doesn't matter too much. They're 12-3 up at the half.
A little bit of a breathing room there for Fnatic picking up that last round. I mean, now they can go into that second half with at least 3 rounds, which means they can lose the pistol round and still get it back for the overtime. But hardly not enough rounds for the confidence and the mentality. They're not going to be pleased with that at all. Anyways, at the ESL, we go live straight away, so no breaks. The game is live. What do you expect coming out from NiP for the pistol round? Do you think they will just do it normal, seeing as they're up?
Yeah, no, I think they'll just be straightforward. They'll try and go for the early pick. See if they set themselves up for a long or a short A push. Pretty much standard what we've seen from them in the past on, from Fnatic. And then NiP just standard setup. 2 across the B side, 2 across the A side, 1 patrolling mid will probably be Get Right. In fact, let's actually switch over to Get right now. What is he doing? Okay, that's interesting. He's gone long. That's new for me anyway. Not seen that one before. Forest is actually covering mid, but it's a similar sort of setup. So Forest has decided he's had enough of the P2000. He's going to unleash the grenades over the top. Bomb has been planted already. The only man to lose life so far is Trace. Moddy's picked up a frag here as well. Here comes Exist. He's not going to need joy out of that. And now Zip now. Can he get the headshot? Yes, he can pick it up on Get Right. And they've got an advantage by 4 versus 2 right now. Freiburg in a bit of trouble. He's going to go down to Freeze any moment now. Indeed, he's already gone. Forest gets dealt with by Stinger. And Fnatic, what do you know? They picked up the pistol round.
Yeah, indeed, and it's going to be, we're going to see a 6-12 coming up here before NiP can afford to buy weapons. But once again, we see what Get Right always do as CT and Ecos. He goes for that cheeky little shotgun, and it's not even Mag 7.
Watch the boost as well.
Oh, yeah. Here we go, sexy Counter-Strike.
Okay, that was mildly awkward. That's very awkward.
Not sexy at all.
No, that was the complete opposite. I don't know what the opposite of sexy is, but that was horrible Counter-Strike. Sorry, Get Right. I know he'll watch the VOD afterwards and he'll agree. If he doesn't, he'll just tweet at me some abuse. It's fine. That was, Captain Awkward. Forrest has now nicked his shotgun. So at least they have some form of weapon. What he was trying to do there, by the way, just while we've got a little bit of time, and I can come down the other side. Oh, hang on, maybe not. Oh, gold. Now it's all gone horribly wrong. Trace is actually going to pick up his... we'll do it at the end of the round, and I'll show you what he was trying to do. Exist has only got 1 health point right now. Fiflaren, on the other hand, how has he managed to get through here? They've kind of left that mid area alone. They've got 3 over at B right now. Make that 4 with Zip. Trace is going through T-spawn, so Fiflaren, well, I guess save the gun. It's fine. We do have a little bit of time now. So what they were trying to do was this. So here's the boost, okay? So if you can boost, what you can do is you can boost here, okay? And then you can use shotgun on anyone that comes through there. It's all very nice. I've also seen various games in the past, boost a man here and then jump up here. But not on top of there, but just jump once and fire a shot through.
Yeah.
With the AWP.
And Nexus utilise that a lot as well, with Weber being boosted up, and pretty much it's for information as well. You will hear the T's pushing upstairs, call for the pre-nades coming in from short. So it's a useful position, but when you get flashed and people start pushing out, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be any shotgun buying this time round. No, all pretty standard stuff. From the ninjas, they're going to fire off through the double doors and do 0 damage. Grenade does nothing either, so a bit of a waste, but that's fine. Let's have a look at the setup right now. So we've got 3, and they're going aggressive down here as well, ready, and have already picked themselves up a kill. Why is that not coming out of there? That's so weird when it does that. I've actually decided to back away, so yeah, aggressive little push into the B tunnels initially. Freeze now coming back to get a gun. I don't think he... Did he buy that round? I don't think he did he?
Not sure.
It might be saving for AWP, of course. So we're at a 4 versus 4 after an initial little burst from Ninjas in Pyjamas into the B tunnels, but they've since gone back to a more standard setup right now. That 2 in B and 2 over at A, but it's going to start kicking off any moment now. In fact, Trace does pick up the headshot on Forest. Into the bomb site they go. 1 round the corner, a little boost on top of the boxes, and Get Right gets disposed of. Moddy then back in on him. Get Right actually picked up the frag on Freeze before being disposed of. And now it's a 3 versus 2. Bomb planted, and surely now this one is going the way of Fnatic. They're 12-5 down right now, but they've got a little bit of momentum. And Fifth Round just trying to pick up the shot through the window. That hasn't worked, does it? Oh, that grenade's going to work, though. Ooh! Yeah, so that landed on his back, and he lost 5 health.
It just makes sense that way, I think, Paul.
He also has a back made of steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That would make him bat think, wouldn't it? Trace then picking out the frag on Fifth Land pretty easy in the end, and Exist now the last man alive. He's going to get one, and he's got the bomb to the back of him and 3 men in front of him. It was never going to work for him, but at least he picked up a frag in there. 12-6 then overall to NiP. Still looking comfortable, but the gap's coming down.
We might have an AWP duel now, however, when the sides have switched around. If Lauren is going to challenge mid, we'll see him versus Freeze, so that might be interesting.
Yeah, early shot from Freeze wasn't landed. Fifth Lauren's decided that he's going to AWP bottom of long. Meanwhile, 5-man set up through mid. Fnatic not making any major decisions just yet. Nice little boost over the top of the wall. Let's see Freeze here waiting for any sign of movement from an NiP player. Waiting patiently. Freiberg. There, the flash comes over. He's going to have to hop off that head very quickly indeed. That was a perfect flash in every way, including for us. Completely and utterly blind down there. 3 men on short. Other man is over the far side in B is Trace. He has the bomb. But looks like they're going to set up to go in through short here. Flash down into CT spawn would suggest so. Already put a smoke down there as well. Here comes Zip. Pops down into that CT spawn area. Now they push mid at the same time, but it's not going to work out very well. Forest picks up a double in the middle and Get Right with a third, and suddenly they're planning double going into the site. It isn't going to work out. Freeze though absolutely picks off Freiberg really easily, and then is picked out himself by Forest. And Ninjas in Pyjamas now lead 13-6 on their first gun round, and it should, in theory, be all plain sailing now.
Yeah, well, Trace had about 10k now spawning into this 20th round, so he will be able to drop his entire team, but he's now got no more money. If they lose this and Fifth Lauren kind of makes it look like that, I mean, they're not going to have any money for that 15th point round for NiP. And just look at this, NiP just taking the head of Trace and Modi. Get Right playing fantastic. It's all down to Stinger and Sipnix now to save it for Fnatic.
5 versus 2, both top mid, both waiting for Get Right. Grenade unleashed down there. Oh, they actually did ping that, was on a head. And Get Right down to 12 health now, so he's going to run away and let someone else take up the challenge. Another grenade goes flying through the double doors, this time from Stinger. Haven't seen the greatest from Stinger so far, has to be said, and it's disappointing to not see him stepping up here.
Yeah,
and such a fantastic tournament of Mad Cats after all.
Yeah, I have to say, I highly doubt it has anything to do with pressure or playing against NiP, because Stinger is normally a guy who doesn't get bothered by pressure at all. He's just that kind of person, which always makes him, a good player to have in your team. But for some reason, it's not on form.
Definitely not on form, that's for sure. Oh, tell you who is on form though is Fifth Lauren. He's hitting absolutely everything right now, including that with the pistol. There's a 3-man. Can it be 4? Oh, goes for the cheeky no-scope. Then gets the second one. Hello, Mr. Robin Johansson. 4-man from Fifth Lauren moves Ninjas in Pyjamas to 15-6.
Mr. Biceps stepping it up, showing all his critics that he's here to stay. He's a fantastic player, and he's been working so hard to get well with that AWP as well, because normally he didn't AWP back in the Source days, so he's putting so much work to play on this level, so I'm really happy to see him playing this good.
Old former teammate, of course, and a chap I spent a long time with in LA over the years. When he was playing for Berlin Alliance. Remember them? Blimey.
Yeah. Good times. BSL.
Indeed. So, Fifth Lauren versus Freeze here. Fifth Lauren takes the shot and gets it whilst blind. And Freeze is having absolutely no joy whatsoever going head-to-head with Fifth Lauren. Just isn't working out for him. And NiP now need 3 more kills to claim map number 1 in the grand final. Make that, yeah, still 3. 3 versus 3 right now. Zip putting up a little bit of resistance. Modi 2. Fifth Lauren, Get Right and Freiberg all remain. Fifth Lauren now trying to cover from A. Get Right also there as well, and Freiberg covering on B. Let's have a quick look and see where they are right now. They're going to rotate, you know what, they're going to go all the way back round, and they're going to find the man in form right now. And if they Well, I think they should be able to get him, but I think they're going to lose at least one man. Ooh, actually not. Moved just before taking the shot, which is why that didn't work out. Now, smokes deployed for crossover. They're all going to try and get into this bomb site. Get Right is going to wait for them inside that bomb site. Freiburg's actually got one. Get Right's had to back away a little bit. They've got 15 seconds, so the clock is now against them as well. Get Right knows this. He knows they're under pressure. Good flash into the mid crossover section. That puts him back on the back foot. 7 seconds remaining. Still not a bomb plant. Got to go down any second now. I don't know if they've got enough time yet. 3, 2, just about in time. Fantastic timing from Fnatic. Get that bomb planted. It's now a 2 versus 2 to save the match. Well, save the map anyway. And Get Right and Freiburg now have a chance, and Get Right is in the perfect position to take out Modi, and does so now. They're all down to Trace. Got to go huge here, and will not go huge. He goes little. Freiburg wins the round, and Ninjas in Pyjamas steamroller Fnatic in the first map, 16-6.
Well, kind of expected that scoreline, to be honest, as they were playing on Dust 2. Fnatic hasn't been impressing anyone on this map at all. I don't know who they are tricking, constantly deciding not to veto away the Dust 2. I mean, there's really not any strategies I see coming out from Fnatic that looks remotely, I mean, effective, interesting, you name it. I mean, I can't wait to see what the other maps are. Hopefully we will be informed soon as to what kind of maps we will be seeing.
Yeah,
hopefully we'll see Mirage.
Yeah, I wonder if we can get someone from League Ops to just pop over and let us know which maps we've got, because I actually haven't been given them at all. What we have got for you, if we can pop it on the screen, is some eBot information from that previous game, because we were a bit slack on showing the scoreboard for you, mainly because, well, let's be honest, it was pretty boring for the majority of that game. So we do have some stats for you. We'll go through them and throw these up on the screen right now for you, so have a look through those. Forest, top of the scoreboard there, 24 for 11. Get Right, 23 for 10. They're the two outstanding ones. Fifth Lauren having a monster game, 19 and 8 from him. And fantastic AWP shots as well. Freiburg, 15 and 10, not too bad. Zip, the next man up, 13 for 20. Trace, 12 for 19. Exist having a poor game by his standards, 11 for 10. Freeze, 10 and 16. Modi, 9 and 19. And Stinger, well, that's awful, 5 for 18.
You normally won't see Stinger ever at the bottom of a scoreboard.
I can't remember last time I saw that.
No, I've never seen it, I think. Yeah. He's not been playing up to par with his normal skill level, and I mean, that's the same case with Freeze as well. He played all right yesterday. I think he hit a lot of good shots. He missed a couple of shots, but that's bound to happen if you're an AWPer. But in the end, there's a lot of skill missing from the Fnatic lineup right now that we're used to seeing. The only player that kind of stands out right now is Trace, and he's had some backup from Modi as well, picking up a couple of good...
I would argue that a little bit. Zip has been really good. Yeah, I mean, Zip was fantastic yesterday, and actually he's still the best player on the team right now. I mean, he's finished 5th out of the 10 players on the server in terms of frags. So I don't know. I think Zip's been very good.
Okay. Kind of miss. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Right, 1v1 aim map right now. Oh no, hang on, right. He can actually play the game, so I don't want to do that. I can only beat females after all. Talking of females, here's Sean.
Hey guys, thank you for sticking around. This is absolutely looking awesome. I have to say, Ninjas in Pyjamas are doing some serious steamrolling, but I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen in the next one. What we're going to do quickly now is, as you know, you've been able to contact Melee via the RaidCall channel 1997, UVSL's creation, and of course in the Twitter feed. You can talk to her also on the Twitch feed. And at the same time, you've been able to do a lot of competitions, bring in your fan art, showing what you think, showing mascots, all that good stuff. We've had the same kind of stuff going on here in the studio. So I'm going to show you some of the cool stuff that's been created. For example, this bad boy. I hope you can see that at home. Somebody took a little first-person look at a knife round. Great stuff. And we got this crazy one, which I absolutely love. A little love for the old doodle jump there. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And we had to pick a winner for today's competition that the guys have been getting involved with, and it's sponsored by the ESL shop, so you can head over to esl-shop.net and you can pick up some of these prizes. This is the winner, and the man who won this is my good friend Philip. Philip, how are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
Super. Now, Philip, I have 2 t-shirts for you here, and if you give me a hand, you can put your heart down. We can show you this one with the F1 and, of course, the auto buy on there. Cool Counter-Strike t-shirt for you there. And, of course, the love for the ESL. This one right there. Now, those are both some pretty awesome t-shirts, so Philip, congratulations on behalf of everybody here at the RaidCall EMS1. And, of course, if you're watching this at home and you're thinking to yourself, I'd also like one of those t-shirts, which I can highly imagine. We have one more right here. We have a bag right here as well, which I can show you at the moment. If you jump in right now and you tell Melly, hey, Sean sent me and I want that t-shirt, I'm pretty sure Melly will box it up, put a kiss in it, and send it your way. So get involved, get out there, and, of course, head over to the ESL shop at esl-shop.net. Stick around. We're getting really serious now. Ninjas in Pajamas. Let's see what's going to happen. First, a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stick around.
Ready to challenge us? RaidCall, totally free. Amazing overlay function. Take positions. Sniper in position. Crystal clear auto quality. Go, go, go!
I need backup.
No lag while using minimum resources. Better communication means winning. RaidCall, communication for winners. Let's RaidCall!
Welcome back to the RaidCall EMS 1 Grand Finals. It is the Spring Cup 2013. 3 more cups to come throughout the year as well. So even if you're going to get a little bit sad at the end of this game, don't worry, because the next season of RaidCall EMS 1 is just around the corner.
And do you know what the next map is, Paul?
No.
It's going to be Nuke. And that is...
Well, that's nice. So they told you, but they didn't tell me.
No, I found it myself, because I know how to use the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
What is this thing you speak of?
Nah, I'm not going to tell you. You're too old for that.
Damn. An old joke from a Norwegian.
Was that joke? Was that joke old?
No, that wasn't. Well, I don't know what I was going for there. But anyway, we're underway. Well, sort of. For the knife round. Okay. Yeah, that looked a bit weird.
All right.
So, are we ready for the knife round? Here we go then, we're going for the stabs. These boys ain't taking no scabs. They're in the knife round, because they got sound.
All right.
They can't swim, but they've got the win. That was awful. We didn't really get enough time to do the whole thing, but all right.
Oh, don't ever go into rapping, Paul.
No, I won't. I'm gonna try and stay white.
All right, so we're just waiting for the players then to call out for it.
You, however, are the blackest white dude I know.
Yeah, man, coming out from
beatboxing is so sexy.
Trust me, I'm coming out straight out of the ghetto in Norway. I mean, it's hard living, hard growing up where I came from. But anyways, let's not go too much into that. I think the second map of the Grand Final is going live right now between Fnatic and NiP. NiP being in the lead and now going on to their favorite map, which is Nuke.
It is Nuke. You know, other than... let's ignore Virtus Pro. Imagine Virtus Pro don't exist right now.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything they've ever done on Nuke is about to come out for you right now, because this is the Pyjamas' favourite map. And there's a reason for it, because they are bleeding good on it. And Fnatic are going to have an absolute monster map if they're going to play any more part in this Grand Final. I guess when you look back over the last 2.5 months of the RaidCall EMS 1 first season, we probably knew from the moment this was announced that NiP looked at the prize money and went, "Ooh, that's nice prize money. Nice for us to pick up. Lovely." But it's taken a long time for us to get to this final, and even though it is the predictable final from the 8 that we had here this weekend, it still takes a lot of skill, a lot of dedication, a lot of practice to actually pick up the win. So take nothing away from them if they end up going on to win this. And likewise, don't count out Fnatic just yet. Fnatic Stinger here with the Julies. This is going to be brilliant, trust me. Look, there's one. Oh, well, rotated on from behind by Freiberg, who's having none of that Julie's nonsense, that's for sure. Flash will go down into the bottom. Freiberg's actually got himself 2. Will get tagged heavily here, but no, it's Exist that comes back. It's now a 3 versus 2. Freeze down to just 2 points of health as the Grey goes flying through into the upper bomb site now. And Trace, he's now managed to rotate all the way up to the upper area. They haven't seen him here. Freiberg, how on earth is he still alive down there?
And how is Trace missing every single bullet and not getting that kill?
Freiberg, the only ninja in the world who can't be hit.
Maybe he's a little bit of a combination between a ninja in pajamas and the Matrix.
I don't know what that was.
That was superb dodging.
No one could actually hit him. It was ridiculous.
So you're not blaming Trace for that one, you're blaming...
No, I'm blaming the bullets. They were bending around Freiberg. I don't know what was going on. Freiberg or Freiberg? Let's go with Freiberg.
All right.
I don't know why I've started calling him Freiberg. It was because I saw someone mention it in the chat earlier, and I just went, "Oh, that's a weird way of saying his name." And now I've started doing it. This voice like, "Oh!" Anyway, 1-0. Ninjas in Pyjamas winning a pistol round. Now, the funny thing is, a few months ago, I was actually amazed if they won a pistol round, because they were horrible. And then Eaton jokingly said to me, "Yeah, 1 week pistol boot camp only." And then the following week, they just don't lose pistols anymore. I don't know whether he was joking, winding me up or what, but they really don't lose many pistols anymore. As Freiberg, the mind-bending bullet dasher avoider.
Such a nickname, Paul.
Yeah,
you're creative.
That's going to stick, that is.
Yeah.
It's like yesterday's. What was yesterday's? I'm trying to think what yesterday's. I think Weisenhunt actually picked it up. Master Clutch Master.
Master Clutch Master. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I think that's it.
You're kind of black as well, then.
Yeah. Look at that.
All right, so
Yeah,
I was about to say another eco bash here, but in fact...
It's not actually that much of an eco bash. They've lost 2 men already. Bomb is planted, so I don't think they're going to be able to get back into the round. But they're just looking for exit kills right now. Modi, as you see, just wandering around up top. Freiburg looks at that AK. It was so tempting to go in there and take that AK. Which he's finally now done. Modi is going to come under a whole lot of abuse inside that ramp room. Bomb explodes. Freeze the last man alive. He's the only one to get away with a weapon. And that's about as good as they were going to get from that second round. 2-0 to NiP. And Freiburg already 5-0.
All right, so basically what Fnatic needs to do to be able to shut down NiP is to play one player in the Volcano stairs. That is where NiP normally hits and heavily favors to go on T on the E nuke. If they can get a guy down in those stairs and just shut down that push on yard, I think they have a okay chance of progressing onto a third map.
Fifth Flower almost got caught at red with a Bison in hand. It was Freeze who actually made the run outside, but he doesn't have the greatest of guns. He's got the Galil, which is okay, but it's not one of the best guns. And it doesn't seem to matter any way to him because he has picked up the first frag. So
we got 4 Mag 7s.
Early buy on a Mag 7 Galil mix buy. I don't think I've ever said those words in the same order before either. Into ramp room they go then. Managed to get 3 in there so far with a bomb, but they're not going to go and plant here. This is cheeky. Let's find out what they're going to do with this one, because I'm mildly confused. Having taken ramp, they're now moving slowly back through radio, which means that Fnatic will know that they haven't gone low because they've taken too long to plant. So they'll know it's going to be an upper push. I think this is a very strange strat right now. Flash goes out into main. They try and blast out into the bomb site. Forrest does pick up the first one and the second one through tin. And then Get Right picks up one on Freeze. Wow, short range burst there. That's the power of the mag. And Fifth Flower then comes up to clean up the final shot on Zip with Get Right picking up the last frag actually on Trace. So a round win, a 3-0 win. Odd buys though, right?
I have no explanation for that.
Well, the only explanation I've got is that they had enough cash to be able to go, do you know what, we can light buy the round 3 and then we can still full buy round 4.
Well, yeah,
which is what they've done, actually. So that's obviously why they wanted to do it. There was no point in just saving the extra cash.
Well, take a look at the money, though. They can't even afford all kinds of flashes and smokes, which you need when you're retaking a bomb site, which NiP is holding. So, well, it was worth the gamble, I think. Obviously, they're holding close positions, but they didn't manage to pick up any rounds, out kills.
We should explain to those that don't watch Counter-Strike all that often that this is a very biased CT map. So, winning pistols on T is actually really important, and you should win them on T. There is a statistical and numerical advantage for Ts to win that. Freeze missing another op shot. That's not good. They've already got down to the lower bomb site. Look, bomb planted, easy as you like. 2 men down already. Modi down to 40 health. And this is going to be another round in the bag unless we're going to see a spectacular take back. And we're not going to see that, even though Zip has picked himself up a frag on Get Right, who was busy wandering like a nomad on the outer reaches of Nuke. And these 3 men are now, excuse me, are going to save their weapons. And that'll be 4-0. It's not a great start, it has to be said. And of course, the downside, of course, is that they are on CT side, which is by 60% or so the easier side. That's an awful miss from Freeze. And Modi's going to get the kill on Fifth Flower anyway. So they survive with 3. Any comments on the Freeze or?
Yeah, I have to point out before I start talking about it, Freeze is a phenomenal AWPer. I've seen him playing really well other games, but if your AWPer is that off form, then obviously they're going to have a bad time getting into this game. I mean, the AWPer's role is to get the opening kill, and he's not getting it. He's not even getting the save easy kills as well in T-spawn. He needs to step it up right away.
Tagged Fifth Flower on the way through, though, that time round. Lost him 83 points of health, but it's not going to make any difference. Look, straight down Volcano. No problem whatsoever. He's now got the positional advantage to pick up the kill on Zip here, but won't win that one, in fact. Zip picked up the kill. And I guess that's no great loss for NiP this round because he was already down to very low health. So now, what are they going to do here, NiP? They're going to go through Squeaky. As easy as you like, thanks very much. Get Right already out on the bomb site. Exist is also there. Freiburg on site right now. Forest picking up the headshot kill on Trace. That makes it 4 versus 3. Bomb planted now. The Fnatic players come flying out in towards that bomb site, but all they're doing is flying out in towards bullets right now and getting nailed left, right and centre. The only man to pick up a frag is actually Freeze, who's got himself an AWP kill. And might get himself a second, does he? No, he's going to lose this AWP as well. Oh dear, it's all gone horribly wrong for Fnatic, and they're just getting absolutely steamrolled right now. NiP on the harder side of Nuke are 5-0 up.
Yeah, they just let NiP stroll into whatever bomb site they want to, and did you see that retake? Right, they flew out of vents, yeah? It kind of looked cool, but I mean, if you want to retake and play it passively as CT, you really need to flash in before heading in. They just went into bullets, and there we go again. Freeze getting picked off straight away.
And that wasn't even AWP to AWP with Flowen that time round. It was actually AWP to AK, and that didn't work either. They've gone for this weird sort of Mag 7 buy again. Stinger waiting. They're short range powerful. They are so powerful. Even with flashes coming out. Watch this. Let's just stay with Stinger for a moment. Well, you know what? He might actually pick up a couple of frags here because they don't know. They have no idea where he was. Picks up one. Gets a second as well. That's how powerful they are at short range. Now, into the bomb site. Serious business now because it's 3 versus 2 and Stinger and Modi still have these shotguns. Can they do any more damage? They're not good from that range though, and Forest tidies things up nicely for the Pyjamas, and they lead 6-0.
Yeah, all right. So when you get 2 kills with a Mag 7, it pays for itself and gives you some extra cash. So then it's a good investment for you. But obviously, if your entire team goes for Mag 7, it's not going to be cost efficient unless you actually win the round. So I don't know. Fnatic, obviously a lot better at the game than me, but I'm having a hard time understanding why they go for these Mag 7 buys.
Yeah, well, I casually looked over at the Twitch chat just as you were talking about Freeze, and I saw Sir Scoots in there say, does anyone else want Khan and Heaton to sit down? And I think that pretty much sums it up nicely. Thanks for that, Scott. 6-0 right now to Ninjas in Pyjamas, and Fnatic just having no joy whatsoever. And let's face it, there aren't many teams so far this year that have. Only Virtus Pro, the only team to beat Ninjas in Pyjamas so far.
All right, let's have a listen to how the Fnatic squad are communicating and how the mood is.
Maxi. Bara det blir klumpet. Jag ser 2 då. Vad gör 2 där då? Lasse går med ramp, Andreas ytter-TV.
Ja, jag går där. Jag står så.
All right, so at least it doesn't seem like they're raging right now, but it's a mix of Scandinavian languages, so even I can't understand that one. So
hold on a minute, what's going on here? Get right, pops out into the upper bomb site, gets the frag onto Modi. Freiburg's down Trace in the middle of that as well, and then Stinger and Zip come up with a couple. So we're now at a 3 versus 2. Fnatic in charge here for the first time on Nuke. Can they make this one pay? Exist and Forest remaining, so they've still got 2 deadly assassins to find. And Exist almost 4 health, Forest 38. Stinger's lost a little bit of health himself. We're down into the final minute of round 8 here. And Ninjas in Pyjamas already have 7 rounds. And if you said to them before the match started, hey guys, don't play the first half, just play the second half, and you can have 7 rounds on T side, NiP would have bitten your hand off to take those.
Yeah.
So they'll be very happy so far, as Exist is going to get picked off by Zip, who's up on the rafters in upper bomb site, and that just left Forest, who's also destroyed by Stinger's M4. And Fnatic have a round on the board. That's about the same as what happened in map 1, right?
Yeah, take a look at the money, will you? Because I'm not in the game right now. All right, so the money situation right now is that Fnatic can go for an early buy. Basically, obviously they won the round. What I'm saying is, if they lose this round now, they're going to be pretty much butthurt when it comes to economics.
See whether that one pays out right now. They need to get on a bit of a run. A 7-round run would be good right now. But Fnatic again, just so good on this outer area. They're one of the best teams for volcano rushes and pushes. And Fiflauer, look, just very decisive all the way down there. Unfortunately for him, Zip is always ready for that little push, as was Modi. So 5 versus 3. Advantage for Fnatic here. Maybe just a little bit of overconfidence creeping in for NiP, as they know that they've got those 7 rounds on the board. They can take a few more risks. They want to play a bit more passionately. They love just being the showman as well. We saw that in the last map with the auto snipers. And I like that. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, they're showing off, it's bad manners. But no, I like that. It's an expression of how they feel about playing the game. And they love the game. They love playing the game.
Just having fun.
Yep, that's all it is. Stinger still waiting for Get Right to pop his head round the corner. He's inside hut right now, waiting patiently. He sees the other two men coming in towards main. They're going to have to hit this upper bomb side, I think, now. 25 seconds remaining. Molly's picked up his second of the round now. Get Right then tries to get flashed inside the bomb side. It's not going to happen. He does just pop round the corner, take the head off as Stinger. Might get a second one up on the rafters. He does. It's his favourite little position here on Nuke. He's already had a 1v3 in this position. He's now going to have a 1v5 with the bomb down. 10 seconds now. Can he get out of here alive and get that bomb planted? It's 7 seconds. He's not going to be able to get down there, I don't think. Oh, hello. This is going to be close, you know. I think they found him though already. Yeah, they have. Unfortunately, he was heard going down the bench. Cheeky little plant there from Mr. Allison, but it wasn't going to work out. Fnatic pick up their second round.
All right, so finally Fnatic starting to pick up a couple of rounds there. I mean, but it's kind of late, I would say. It's a CT bias map. You would predict about 9-6 scoreline here for the CTs, but currently NiP already got more than enough to go over towards that CT side. And NiP CT side on Nuke, it's phenomenal, and I have a hard time seeing Fnatic bringing back this game.
Yeah, all the odds, all the statistics, all of the history, and all of the matchups point, so far at least, to a Ninjas in Pyjamas victory. But Fnatic are still standing, and all the time there's hope. There's a place for them. Sounds an advantage here as well. Trace just starting to pick up some nice frags. Get Round now, the last man standing, is going to have to go 1v4 this time round. And he's not going to be able to. Freese actually picks up a second kill of the round, which has made his stats look a little bit better right now. Trace actually didn't have any kills before 2 rounds ago. 9 rounds in, nothing at all. He's now 2 for 8. That's something. Freese topping the scoreboard for his team right now, 7-5, although Zip does have one more frag. Over on the other side, Freiburg 11 for 7, Exist 6-4, 9-5 for Forest, Get Right 7-6, and Fifth Lauren 3 for 6 so far after 10. 7-3 right now to Ninjas in Pyjamas on the T side of Nuke, second map of the RaidCall EMS 1 Cup Final here in spring 2013, and it is the first spring day I've experienced as well. It's very warm outside here in Cologne today for the first time since I moved here, actually. It's been very cold, very snowy. Round 11 is well underway, 30 seconds in. Still no dash, plenty of health chipped away at both sides though. Forest, Get Right, Freiburg, all losing a little. Varying amounts. Same for Zip and Stinger. Still we wait. That 4-man, 5-man push now, going to bank it outside. Are they going to go Volcano or are they going to go main? No, they are looking towards...
Will be heading towards Volcano.
Yeah,
they love their Volcano.
Yeah, they really do. And there it is. Look, they've taken a much more patient approach to this one this time, though. But look, 4 men, all down into the lower area. 33 seconds remaining. Still checking it out, making sure there's no one down there. Grenade in towards the bomb site. And Forest AWPing this round, it might be noted as well. And there is a man waiting to come down those vents any moment now, which is Stinger. They also have 2 men towards the back, 1 at ramp as well here. Still no one down from this round. We've got 14 seconds remaining. And finally, the first kill of the round comes in with 11 seconds remaining of the round. Fifth Lauren gets that kill. They couldn't get the bomb planted. 6 seconds remaining now. They're in a little bit of trouble here, NiP. And I think Fnatic are about to win the round unless they... Yes, they are about to win the round. Ran out of time. Weren't able to get that bomb. A little bit of indecision creeping in there from the Ninjas.
I was pleasantly surprised at the slow and steady pace of NiP pushing down to that lower bomb site, but when they were in window room, all 4 players, what they need to do is open the door, smoke down that bomb site, send the bomber in YOLO style and get that bomb down straight away. Because obviously when that happens, sometimes you will get killed when you're during a bomb plant, and you need to have backup time to pick it up and plan it with someone else.
So 7-4 from what was 7-0. Games have been won and lost on the spur of 4 thrown away rounds. I wouldn't say NiP thrown them away, Fnatic played for them. But I do sense... Oh, that's not going to work. Try that again. There we go. See, I like it from the lower one because it doesn't look like it's possible.
Yeah.
From the lower jelly, but it is. And I'm glad Get Right showed us that one because he couldn't do it from the higher one. Drops down just outside main right now, second red, and he's going to pick up an easy frag here. Nice control of the spray on Freeze, but then gets nailed by Trace. Actually, it was Zip inside, who is now going to try and cover this ramp room. They've got a 3 versus 2 again, Fnatic. So again, another man advantage here, with Forest and Freiberg remaining. Forest trying to find some counter-terrorists right now, and well, they've found him, and it's now a 3v1. Make that a 3 versus none. Nice nade, Stinger. 7-5.
So Stinger picking up a kill with a grenade then. Alright, so 5-7. Fnatic have picked up a lot of rounds right now, but I do feel it's a little too late for him, for the Fnatic side here to start picking up rounds. I mean, they will have to play the T side here on Nuke against NiP, and they are super strong as CT. Hopefully we'll see a strong Fnatic T side. I mean, they've got some fantastic gamers in there, they just need to utilize them.
Yeah, they definitely have those, that's for sure. Again, look at this, fast rush. Again, they've used Volcano. I tell you what, Sal Garozo, aka Volcano, the man that made the alterations that Valve adopted for this map, must be NiP's favourite player of all time.
Yeah.
Because without that, they would never be able to dominate the way they've been doing on Nuke with these changes. Just hasn't affected them at all. They just love the map. And Fiflauren actually coming under a lot of fire from the left-hand side. He didn't know where it would come from initially. Now, Moddy's on the right-hand side of him here as well, so he's a bit sort of sandwiched down there. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything about it. Now he was. Brilliant little shot in from Fiflauren. Again on Freeze, and always seems to be on Freeze. Now, Fiflauren versus Moddy. Another chance for Fiflauren to clutch here. We've seen him 3 times in clutch situations this weekend. Twice, he's messed it up. Once, he was absolutely fantastic. It was a 1 versus 2. This is a 1v1. Both of them have very little health here. Now, where's the bomb going to get planted? Moddy's waiting. Realises it's been planted low. Flash goes out immediately into that lower bomb site. Can Fiflauren now wait for it? He hears Moddy coming out, and he will clutch the round. Fiflauren steps up for NiP. They lead 8-5, and it's still going very nicely. Thank you very much.
It is indeed. Fiflauren has been a little bit quiet at the start of this second map, obviously because he's not utilizing that AWP. He's using an AK for this map, and you see Forest using the AWP, the rounds they want to have an AWP on the team. So, I mean, it's quite normal for Fiflauren to have a little bit of a quiet game when he's forced to use the rifles.
So 2 to go of the half. Moddy taking a fairly advanced position here. Zip also, but he's been disposed of by Fiflauren. So again, look, all the NiP guys, all outside once more. Just ready to go and bust some heads open. And it's Forest that does so in this round. Any rounds now are bonus rounds, they really are. I mean, even where they're at right now, as Stinger does pick up 1, couldn't get the second. Exists shutting him down. But it's now a 3 versus 1, all on Trace then. And he's going to wait and see who he can pick off. Now, that was a bit of a silly walk out into that open area. Exist then destroyed by Trace. Last man standing in a 1 versus 3 initially. And Trace now pops back up, and grenade comes falling down on the top of his head. And Ninjas in Pyjamas now lead 9-5 on the T side. It's hard to really look past them, isn't it, Stephen?
Yeah, I kind of feel that the UI is tricking us or something, because this looks like the complete opposite of what you would expect on this map. Fnatic will not be happy going into the second half with 5 or even 6 rounds. For sure they need to pick up that pistol round this T, and they got the statistics with them on that one, so hopefully we'll see a little bit of a comeback here from Fnatic.
Yeah, Freeze has actually started things off nicely here with the AWP on outside. It's only the second round I've seen him with an AWP. And obviously if you're playing CT side on Nuke, that's exactly what you want to be doing. You want to be outside with the AWP and doing it as many rounds as you normally can. And the funny thing is, it's a snowball map, isn't it? Because if you do well early on and you get the AWP early on, the whole round starts snowballing in your favour. You get more money, which means you get an AWP next round even if you lose, and so on and so on. If you lose rounds heavily, though, as we've seen, Freeze has only had an AWP 2 rounds out of the 14 so far. So it really is a painful lesson that you get taught on that outside area. But now he's got it, guess what? no one from NiP is going anywhere near that outside area, and instead they're hitting ramp room right now with Freiburg. Fiflauren is also with him, but they were in a 2 versus 4 now. Now a 2 versus 3. Oh, wow, Zip's just going to clean house with those last 2 frags. So 9-6 at the half to the Ninjas. And Fnatic still have it all to do, but pistols might help them out a little bit.
I have to say, though, once they started shutting down that outside area with an AWP or a player disabling that volcano entry for NiP, they started picking up rounds. But whenever they got NiP down volcano, it was pretty much a round being lost, except when NiP decided to rush onto the bomb site 3 seconds before the actual time ran out. So
they gave him a round.
Yeah, I mean, for everyone out there who's going to play against NiP on this map, go all in on that volcano area as CT. Anyways, the game is live again with the second half, and Fiflauren picks up a nice kill onto Stinger.
Wow. There was a huge grenade went in there as well, and Trace, Freeze and Zip are all very low on health indeed. Freeze now, in fact, one of only 2 men standing. He's been dropped by Forest, and now Trace is the last man alive. Oh! Knife was coming in from Exist, but he wasn't able to connect with him before he got a headshot from the Glock of Trace, and he was having absolutely none of that. Not getting in there whatsoever. Little grenade goes in. Get right now going to wait with knife in hand. No, he's going to try and pistol him down and will pick up the frag. A little bit of dancing with the pistols rather than dancing with wolves. Nice attempt from Exist with the knife. We have seen a couple of those over the weekend. And Ninjas in Pyjamas claim the pistol round yet again. And the hand is appropriate right now, isn't it, on the screen? You shall not pass.
Indeed, and what's important now for NiP is to shut down, play a little bit offensive even against Fnatic, because they don't want Fnatic to get the bomb planner now. If Fnatic get the bomb planner now, they can early buy the next round. So disable them straight off.
This should be an absolute turkey shoot right now. Get right. Has already picked himself up 1. Oh, look, and then, what do you know? Freiburg and Forest go back out and steal all of Get Right's frags.
Wow, douchebags.
11-6.
All right, so I highly doubt we're going to see it's going to be an eco coming out from Fnatic, buying a couple of pistols for it. Surprised to not see any flashes. We got 1 grenade even on Stinger. I would much rather see a flash there so they can actually utilize it when they push into a bomb site, or at least a smoke so they can smoke up a bomb site and get that bomb planted.
So Getright's going to hold on to the FAMAS this time round. So a couple of Bisons for Fiflauren and Exist. M4 for Forest. Nice little eclectic mix of gunnery for Ninjas in Pyjamas, and of course the eco still for Fnatic. They've managed to creep 2 men down low so far through that volcano area, and that's the bonus of that place being there, because if you do want to defend the outside from the left-hand side of the large hut, it does mean you're sort of exposed to the fact that they can creep 2 men downstairs, and they've managed to do that. Fiflauren, though, has obviously decided he's not having any of that in radio room, has got himself 1. There's 2 more towards the lobby area. Well, one's sort of lobby and then one's the other side, and Fiflauren will get one of those 3. Oh, careful, Stun. Steady that Bison. Nearly took the head off his teammate Exist behind him then. That's 12-6. Straightforward eco bash then, and now then, let's see what we get with the guns.
All right, so Fnatic has opted to not go for any AWPs here on the T side. Freeze buying an AK as well. So 5 players with AK, and that, for me, looks like they're going to do some sort of set push onto a bomb site straight off the bat. So let's keep an eye on the overview here to see where they are setting up.
Yeah, it looks like Freeze is going to jump up on top from what was old yellow, now a new white. Stinger and Zip out there as well. Trace and Molly just trying to make some distractions and some noise on the inner area. And let's just see if Stinger and Freeze are able to get out through that volcano area without being seen as well. That's the key part about it. NiP didn't care whether they got seen, they just ran anyway. 2 down, 3 to find. Those 3 are already down low, but there are men waiting for them. Zip actually disposes of Freiburg now. They go in towards the bomb site, nicely smoked up on site. And Fiflauren now trying to make the rotation into that lower bomb site. Oh, a few bullets fired off into the yonder, but nothing doing for him. Forest, meanwhile, has got himself a frag. Just Stinger and Freeze remain now. Freeze covering right-hand side of bomb site. Fifth Land is going to pop round the corner. He gets locked off by Freeze, who gets a revenge frag back from Forest. And Stinger now is going to have to go huge. It's a 1 versus 3. Make that 1 versus 2 now. Bomb defuse coming in. Stinger's got to go for it, and he's got to get it really quickly. He did manage to get it now. This is going to be quite close, you know. I don't think there's going to be enough time to Risen and exist. That's really, really good play from Stinger. Just about did enough through the control of the spray on the bomb diffuser, rather than concentrating as I would have done as a noob on the other guy that was shooting at me.
That is clutch play coming out from Stinger. I mean, that decision making in the heat of the moment when you're down against the best team in the world, you decide to gamble and just run straight out and spray down the bomb planner. He knew that if I get this kill, I've won the round, and that's exactly what he did. I'm really impressed to see that happening.
12-7 then. A round back from Fnatic is giving them a little bit of hope. It's still a forlorn hope though, because they are a long way back here. Grenade comes in from GetRight. Freiburg in with a second, and they're quickly dealing with the Fnatic side this time around. The last 3 alive, still sitting outside. Oh, in fact, Trace is going to try and get himself through. I thought he was going to go through Squeaky there and just run out. Didn't do that in the end, and now Freeze is outside with Stinger. Smoke set for main. 5v3. Fnatic in trouble here. Less than a minute remaining in round number 20 of a scheduled 30. Remember, if you're just joining us, NiP already won the first map 16-6 as Stinger blasts GetRight to Kingdom Come with a headshot. Now a 4v2. Still with 6 points of health here, trying to get to Volcano. Freeze has already made his way down low as well. 33 seconds. They're starting to run out of options here. It looks like it's going to have to be a lower. But they do have that bomb in the hands of Stinger, who does only have 6 health, so he's not going to be able to survive too much longer, even when he goes to set the bomb. So he has to throw the bomb away, which is what he's done now. Now, flashing towards the bomb site. Smoke is deployed now. Stinger's going to try and do the covering here while his teammate plants. Now, first shots ring out from Stinger, but it's not going to be good enough. Exist will pick up the frag, and the last man now alive is going to be Freeze. Flash goes in towards the bomb site. 4 versus 1 round now, and they're going to try and corner him here in this back room. And through the doors comes the fire from Freiburg. And NiP now lead 13-7, and this looks all too good for the Swedes.
Indeed. Fnatic got the bomb planner though, so they will be able to buy up full here, I think. Let's see. In fact, are they going for the eco? They're going for the eco, are they?
And GetRight just asking Lassie, aka Stinger, how many health? Just says 6. Cool as a cucumber. No problem.
All right, so we got an eco. Fnatic playing it out calm. They want to be fully bought up for the next round instead. Don't really want to risk it.
Double nade down in towards that area. GetRight's going to fill his boots here. 1 in already. There's 2. Can he get the 3rd? Yes, he can. No problem at all. And 2 more to find, and this will be game over in terms of this round. But I don't think GetRight's going to be anywhere near those. In fact, it's probably going to be... Well, they're actually just trying to go towards radio right now. Oh, Modi is now the last man alive. He's going to fall surely to the hands of Fifth Flower, and does so for a double for Robin. And Ninjas in Pyjamas move ever closer to victory in the first ever RaidCall EMS 1 Grand Finals. They are just 2 rounds away now. Can Fnatic put up any more resistance?
Freeze once again opting to go for an AK instead of an AWP. I find that a little bit interesting. I do know that a lot of teams prefer to push in as a unit with AKs, but I think Freeze could have opened up slots on, let's say, ramp or outside with that AWP. So let's see. Oh, we got an offensive push here from
Very
NiP.
offensive push indeed. Fifth Flower and Forest just leading a charge all the way through into T lobby right now. Fifth Flower's just carried on going. Come back, Robin, screams Forest. Grenade will land down there. They put one down in towards that area. Fifth Flower does pick up the frag, but then loses his life. So Modi, Trace and Exist exchange frags. Now we're down to a 2 versus 2. That was quick. Trace is only on 13 health points. GetRight and Freiburg fully stocked, and so is Modi. Big round here for Fnatic. Lose this one, they would almost definitely be on the eco again. And now it's all down to GetRight. 1 versus 2 here. But he's got a really good grenade, and they're down to 13 points of health and 2. This is going to be really, really lucky, and I'm sure he can clutch the round. And that's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. for Mr. Christopher Allison. Get Right wins the round.
He's such a fantastic player. You can always put your trust in Get Right to clutch any 1 versus X situations. He plays it out so calmly. He's such a seasoned player. He's pretty much played and won all the big tournaments, hasn't he?
Everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything in his career. 15-7 then. Ninjas in Pyjamas. 8 match points, 8 championship points. On the verge of claiming victory in the RaidCall EMS1 Spring Cup for $12,000 first place. Already picked off 2. Free Stinger and Zip, the only 3 men that stand between them and victory in the championship now. And I don't think there's any way back from here. Freiberg gets another one. Stinger and Free, so the last 2 alive here. Can Exist pick up a frag here and make it short work? No, not quite. He goes for a grenade kill. Not going to get that one, but does pick up the kill on Free. Stinger now, the last man alive. And Fifth Lauren cleans up. And NiP are your RaidCall EMS1 Spring Champions.
Fantastic play. Once again, NiP bouncing up from a loss the previous weekend now. I mean, coming back, they had something to show, they had something to prove, and look at them, they are so happy. I mean, they won so many events together now, and I'm just glad to see them actually still keep on enjoying CS and still as happy every time they win the event. And let's see, a little bit of good sportsmanship between these 2 teams. No bad blood at all. And I think Fnatic should be happy about getting the 2nd place at this event, don't you?
Yeah, although they are starting to look like the very games of 2012. That's 2 in a row now that they've made the final and lost.
Yeah.
First one was the very games, of course, last week in Mad Cats Birmingham. Second one this week for the RaidCall EMS1 Spring Finals. But they've put up a good fight over the last couple of weeks and got themselves into finals. That's something, at least. But there's just no stopping these steamroller Swedes. They are fast becoming the brand new version of the Golden Five.
Are indeed. Look at them, so happy.
I love the fact that, like you said, you know, even after they've won all of these different tournaments, they still are genuinely thrilled to win another tournament. They're not getting nonchalant, they're not getting arrogant about it. They're just like really thrilled that they've played really well and they've won another tournament. You can't fault them this weekend. They've been flawless, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. They haven't had any problems whatsoever, really, to get into the grand final and not to win it either.
In fact, the biggest problem they had was Get Right actually trying to find his way in this morning. That's the only problem I think they've had all weekend. So yeah, they've been fantastic. Congrats to Fnatic as well for finishing as runners-up. There are no third-place prizes here at the RaidCall EMS1, so the 2 teams that lost in the semi-final earlier today, of course, absolute legends, and Very Games will finish 3rd, 4th and share the prize fund between them. The $12,000 goes the way of who else? Who did you expect to win this tournament? It is, of course, Ninjas in Pyjamas. We'll see if they can defend their crown in RaidCall EMS1 Season 2. Which we will no doubt be announcing fairly shortly, but I'm not going to give anything away. It's going to be just as good, trust me. It's been a fantastic season. I want to thank all of the players that have taken part in all of the RaidCall EMS1s and all those who've played in the A-Series for the chance to try and get into the RaidCall EMS1 each week in the Cups as well. Thank you so much for supporting everything. Make sure that you do carry on supporting CSGO. It does need your support, not only on the streams, but also in the game. Carry on playing it, get its numbers up, enjoy the game, enjoy the RaidCall EMS1 finals as well. And if you've watched it on the VOD, thank you very much for tuning in via that. More than 25,000 of you have tuned in this weekend. And my final thanks go to my co-casters, Pansy and to Warcloud. Thank you so much for joining us as well. We will see you next time for more RaidCall EMS1 action. But from the casters' desk today, that's it. Congrats, NiP.
Oh, hi. We're on right now.
Oh, okay.
So we're just sorting things out because we have many stuff lying around here, and I'm completely confused right now because so many awesome stuff for you guys at home provided by the teams for our challenge. We had our mascot challenge running, it's still running, and the guys of N Faculty helped me sorting out the best mascots, and I will announce the winners in the next few days on our Facebook page, facebook.com/RaidCall EMS1. And well, the victor is set. Did you like the game so far?
Yeah, it was really impressive. I think the semifinals, Very Games against NiP was, the second map was really close.
It was more exciting.
Yeah, more exciting than the final match against Fnatic. Unfortunately, though, I mean, the people always like to see close matches.
Exactly. Well, the final match was pretty clear, exactly. So.
Yeah, one-sided.
If you like, we could show some of the mascots. Would you like to see some of the other mascots?
Yeah, of course.
The ones we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, we could go to my PC, please. So we have a look at the last mascots. And we have still some on our Facebook page. I haven't seen all yet because there's so many awesome mascots. We have some cheering in the audience because of this one. So we have a fluffy teddy bear.
Yeah,
Fluffy.
It looks really cute.
And the description is pretty weird. Any similarities to Peter Bear's Merle coincidental? Tantalum product of.
Oh, that's nice. It's
a ninja.
Seems like a game, you know, like an emulator from an old console. And
yeah,
you can
font,
choose,
right?
Yeah. You can choose one of your ninjas and go play.
So we have for Absolute Legends.
Yeah, kind of easy.
Kind of easy.
But still
good, right?
Yeah.
So we have Fnatic styles.
Because her size is too mainstream.
Because Harry's size is too mainstream. Great. I like this one much.
Yeah,
it's like a bubbly ninja thingy holding a nade and an AK with a planted bomb and a box.
I can't really see how it holds the nade. But
maybe it's just sticked,
like
with glue.
Yeah. but how does he?
I don't know. He shouldn't pull the trigger.
Yeah. Okay.
Really.
But he's way too happy.
We've seen this one. Okay, this one is kind of scary.
Yeah,
I mean, like this. It's kind of a desktop a wallpaper.
Yeah, wallpaper. It looks like really someone can use Photoshop.
I can use Photoshop very well, exactly.
And, that's awesome.
And the logo here, I had a fan grill, which I had at my computer, just having this shape.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one, we already seen this one. The turtle with the pajamas.
NiP turtles now.
It's one of the best.
Yeah,
one of my favorites.
We saw bananas in ninja pajamas.
And it's like Ninja Mutant, Teenage
Mutant Ninja
Turtles. This way, exactly.
Yeah,
so, and here is a golden ninja wearing the NiP jersey.
Impressive.
And here is the best ninja so far because he's so good, you can't even see him.
Impressive.
As you shouldn't see a ninja, right?
Yeah, you're right, but I would wish to not see his clothes as well. You know?
Not see. Well, it's pajamas. It's a ninja in pajamas.
Ah, okay, you're right.
So that's the pun. Pac-Man's fun. Okay, we have a video incoming, so stay tuned for the final ceremony, and we will have a short break with the Pac-Man 2 Counter-Strike movie. Much fun.
Okay, let's go.
of you out like I did last map.
So, Zeus for the opening kill of the round. He's going to get a second very easily, might get a third, don't get a fourth. Oh! That is brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! Zeus with the ace.
Cover me. Affirmative.
And we're back here with what you've undoubtedly been waiting for, and that is the crowning of your champions. But of course, we first need to look at what has been, in all cases and points, an utterly successful and awesome spring final of the RaidCall EMS1. One of the guys who's made it all happen is my good friend Larry. He's been here from the start working. How do you feel now looking back at this first tournament, the inaugural cup?
Honestly, I think we did pretty well. It was very, very stressful at first, but I think that all the people who watch this at home, as well as the spectators here on site, will agree that we've done a good job. It all went fine. We had no problems, no delays, nothing, and it was a really nice and enjoyable tournament. I'm really happy.
And how do you feel about looking at the teams that performed today? I mean, we saw literally probably, 6 of the best 8 maybe in the world that were here for our first cup. That's a pretty great feat. How do you feel about that?
Absolutely. I think we've seen really great games, and I think the performances by each of the teams were really, really good. And in the end, of course, NiP won. Who would have thought? I mean, that's just how things go at the moment. But to be honest, I really don't believe that we're going to have the same champion here in the EMS1 more than once a year. So I don't think NiP's going to win again.
Big words, but of course that leads me to a very important question, which is what's next? The guys have tuned in, you've watched at home, you've got stuck into what's been an epic tournament leading up to this. 2 days of brilliant matches, but what's next on the store? What can we expect from the RaidCall EMS1 going forward?
Well, coming up next is the summer season, of course, and actually we're starting very soon. It's less than 1 month until we begin again. The first cup will take place on the 2nd week of May, and from then on we're going to bring you top high-class Counter-Strike week for week until we finally culminate in the second finals, same place, and exactly 3 months from today, that's going to be the 13th and the 14th of July.
That is going to be awesome. I cannot wait. I'm sure you can't wait. One team that we're going to have to say they've done an amazing job and done a great run. We'd love to bring them out now, and that are the great guys from Fnatic. So if Fnatic can come out now, guys, please come out. Come out wherever you are. Oh, here they are. This is the award ceremony you've all been waiting for. Medals down the line. Very important. Sir, thank you so much for playing. You've been absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, round of applause, everybody here. Thank you so much. If you're at home, stand up, start clapping. Thank you so much. Well played, sir. And of course, thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much for playing. And Andreas, we've had a couple of chats throughout. It's been fun. I feel like we're really getting to know each other. We can keep holding hands. I absolutely don't mind. Andreas, how do you feel now?
A little disappointed, of course. We just lost the final, but it's okay. This is the best team in the world, and we didn't have really didn't have a chance against them. They are a really good team, so all credit to them.
That's the two interesting things there. Of course, disappointment is understandable, and I'm sure the people at home feel with you. You know, you guys put up a great fight. You made a great journey through here to get here. And of course, we're not talking about there being a difference if these guys are, you know, you're all playing on top form. They're just a little bit higher. What do you think was really, what's making the difference for the Ninjas in Pajamas at the moment?
They've been playing this game for a long, long time, almost a year now. And for our sake, we started to play for like 4.5 months ago. So they're way before us in hours and all strategic games and all kind of shit. Oh, sorry, I apologize. But yeah, they're so far behind all our teams. So I think that's the main point.
But so do you think that gap will close over time as you get more into it? Do you see that changing to maybe coming, that the other people, the advantage won't be there anymore in the future?
Yeah, of course. Just look at Virtus Pro. They are boot camping all the time. They're playing 24/7. You see, they lost the final last week against them, and they know how to play a game now. So, of course, it's going to be a small gap.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to welcoming you again at more competitions. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. We do have a trophy for you, I believe. Oh no, we have a trophy here. I apologize. You have your winner's medals. I apologize for that. It wouldn't be an award ceremony without a slight hiccup like that. That's absolutely perfect. What is going to happen now, without any further ado, is I have the great pleasure, the esteemed pleasure of inviting a team that I can only say from the absolute get-go was, let's say, the big swingers here. Everybody saw them coming. There were a lot of hype coming into this. They were leading the charge, and people said that these guys really are the team to beat. The great thing is that these guys have absolutely proved it. They've made it true. People are calling them the best team in the world at the moment. Going 3 times, 2-0, pretty much says that. So, I mean, it's a great honor for us to have them here. It's a great honor to be able to crown them. And I'd really love for you guys to put your hands together at home and welcome out the Ninjas in Pajamas. Great name. And again, much like Star Wars, we stand here and hand out. Sir, thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for playing, sir. Buddy, great job. Wonderful. Muscles, excellent. And finally, are we gonna hug it out this time? Because there was a little tension during it. Just in case you don't know, the emotions were running so high at one point that you did come at me and say, listen, buddy, I might sock you. The cigarette that I was smoking, we're not condoning smoking at all, but it was cut short. How do you feel now?
Satisfied. We won the final, so I'm just feeling amazing right now.
And so for you, what's next?
We're going directly home, take a flight the day after to Dallas, USA. So we're gonna attend the tournament directly after this.
So a lot of people have been making a lot of deal about that you guys really have this camaraderie, you've been playing the games together. How much do you think that really helped you throughout this tournament?
Everything. We play all the time, we hang out in other things, we have HNL nights and so on, and just enjoying our company together. So I think that's the whole key. That's why we're winning so much, is that we're having fun all the time. Doesn't matter if we have a long streak like we had, it could be looking boring, but for us it's just more fun.
I think it's anything but boring. I mean, but talk me through your road here in the finals over the last 2 days, just winning 2-0, 2-0. How does that make you feel, knowing that really you're pretty undisputed at the moment at saying you're on top of your game?
I have no words actually for it, so I'm just happy.
Great. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Another round of applause. We have for you, Larry has for you something that is absolutely beautiful, made by Larry himself. And of course, that's not all. You also get to take away a tasty check for how much again, Larry, are they taking home?
$12,000.
$12,000, guys. I think that can sort you out for a whole bunch of barbecues, a whole bunch of hanging out together. It's been an absolute honor to have you here. And I think on behalf of everybody at the RaidCall EMS1, thank you so much for taking part. Thank you so much for proving why Ninjas in Pajamas are a force to be reckoned with. Do you have any clothing force for any of the fans that are sitting out there watching you at the moment and rooting for you all the way?
First of all, we can thank RaidCall for this such a great opportunity to make something like this with ESL. So I want to thank them much for this, and ESL as well. And for our fans, We love you all, and we love that you are always supporting us, no matter what happens. And to our management, Niklas, Anton, and Emil, which are 2 guys at home, but we have Niklas here, who actually has his birthday today. And I'm just happy, nothing else.
Happy is what we're trying to do. We're all happy here. We hope you're super happy at home. On behalf of all the guys that took part, I think I can say thank you so much for watching. On behalf of all the guys working here at ESL, at Turtle, ESL TV, all the casters, Pansy, Warhound, Red Eye, Melly, Larry, Uli, Arthur from RaidCall, we'd like to say thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you stick around. Make sure you follow all the exciting things that are going to be happening in the RaidCall EMS1 as we take it to the next level of our season, coming into the summer, coming at you very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Sean Charles. Take care, good night, and watch the VOD. Gentlemen, can I get one picture with the guys? Did you want to come out and shake their hand during the thing?